Buffalo Bills traveling down to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football in Week 6 of the NFL here on Monday, October 13th, 2025. We're going to have NFL player props, spreads, totals, predictions for this game as always. 3 picks in the video, my friends. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire, all my bets straight from. You're in the house that cab made now. Straight fire.
As always, my name is Steve, and if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. Let's make some money here in this game between the Bills and the Falcons. Looking forward to this one, obviously. I do love the Buffalo Bills. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm not going to try and front. We do like the Buffalo Bills around here. I do like the Detroit Lions as well, but just saying. But looking forward to this game. Should be a lot of fun seeing Michael Penix go up against Josh Allen. And obviously see what plays out there at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. So looking forward to that. Let's see. We don't have any results to go over because I'm recording this early. So we don't have our results in from Sunday yet. So hopefully we had a good Sunday afternoon. Make sure you guys check out all those videos as well. We'll have a Monday Night Football Best Bets video for the Commanders-Bears game as well. So make sure you guys check out that video as well. That'll be following this one probably an hour or so after you guys see this one. We'll have that one posted as well. Doubleheader on Monday nights. Should be a lot of fun. Also keep in mind we're going to be running a live stream on Monday night as well, where we're doing game audio and watch party, kind of doing a little play-by-play thing. We always have a lot of fun on Monday nights. It's a good time. So if you guys can make it out to that, come out and enjoy that. You can sweat out the bets with us as well live on stream. It's a lot of fun. Without further ado, a couple quick things. Make sure you guys drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are playing for this game. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick if you'd like your pick included in our next video in our comment capper section. That star or asterisk lets me know that you guys want it included in our next video. And our comment cappers have been great this season. So make sure you guys are looking out for those comment cappers down below as well. They've been doing a great job. Without further ado, I think that's it. Let's get after it here today. Let's get this sweep. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we are going with the Buffalo Bills minus 3.5 spread here versus the Atlanta Falcons. We got minus 120 odds here on Fanatics. So I know I do love the Bills, and it seems like a very biased pick. I definitely understand what you guys are thinking right off the jump. I faded the Bills last week. I took the Patriots on the spread. You guys will recall last Sunday night. So I'm not afraid to be impartial when it comes to the Bills, and even honestly, even the Lions. If I really think, if I really get a feel like they're going to lose or they're not going to play well or team's going to cover, I have no problem picking the other team like we did last week with the Patriots. But in this particular spot, because they did lose, you got to think about it this way. They're going to be extra locked in this week. Obviously, the team was very upset with that loss. I think they're going to have a little bit of an edge with them this week on the road. I think they play much better. They get much healthier on the defensive end with Ed Oliver coming back, and he is huge to their team and to their success. He is one of their key parts on defense, one of their key players on defense. He returns this week versus Atlanta. So I think he'll make a big difference in the run game. I think Bijan Robinson's going to struggle a little bit more than he would as if Oliver wasn't in there. So I think that'll be very good, obviously, there for the Bills. And I think might be the week where we see Josh Allen get let loose a little bit. I think the Bills have been a little safe with their play calling and just not letting him really open it up. And I think here maybe they let Josh Allen, loose a little bit here on Monday night. I think at some point you kind of got to evaluate what's been going on here early on in the season. Offensively, the last couple weeks, something's been off. It just seems like they're tight, right? It seems like they're not letting him play to his full potential. They're kind of boxing him in here. A lot of run plays, a lot of short throws. You got to let this guy be Josh Allen. A little bit of backyard football here from Josh Allen. And I think this is a game they do it. And they kind of let him open it up and say, all right, enough's enough. Enough conservative game calling. Let's let Josh Allen be Josh Allen. And even still, the Bills are 6th in yards per play, which is much better than obviously what the Falcons are. Falcons are 15th. So this offense, even with kind of I would say dialed back, they're still very good. Allen is still very explosive. despite all that. Obviously, he's the MVP of the league. Obviously, one of the best players in all the NFL. So, the question is, I just see him and Michael Penix Jr. I just see the ceiling for Josh Allen in this one being much higher and all the plays that he can make versus what Penix is going to be able to do. Allen, I think, is just going to be able to basically just do what he does and cover up a defense. And I don't think Atlanta's quite there yet. Atlanta's certainly gotten better. They may be a playoff team this season, but they're not on the Bills level. And the spread kind of indicates that they are, and I don't think that they are. I think the Bills have struggled the last couple weeks, no doubt about it, but I think here is a good bounce back spot, and they really should bounce back here on the road versus Atlanta. I think this is a great spot here for them. So, like I said, simply put, I think the Bills are much better. They're much more explosive. They really should win this game by double digits. I think they're that much better than Atlanta. And hopefully they show up on Monday night and prove us all right. So, love it there, guys, for number one pick. We're going with the Buffalo Bills, minus 3.5 spread here versus the Atlanta Falcons, minus 120 odds here on Fanatics. Game at number two, we got Joshua Palmer, over 18.5 receiving yards here for the Buffalo Bills, minus 112 odds here on DraftKings, risking a unit here. Sometimes I'm going to be honest with you. You got to throw positional and matchup data to the side when you're dealing with a line like this, because it really isn't going to matter too much. We're not asking Joshua Palmer to repeatedly beat this defense. We're asking for him basically to beat this defense one time throughout the entire night. I think he can do that. This is the type of line where literally you might just need one catch. One catch might get it done here on Josh Palmer. And he's a guy that I love betting on. We usually have a lot of success with guys like Joshua Palmer, Dalton Kincaid, like we did last week. We've cashed on Palmer and Kincaid already. I think Palmer was in a great spot here. His line simply is too low. I know his targets have gone down since week one. He had 9 targets in week number 1 versus the Ravens, and they've come way down. I get that. But even still, they've compensated the line for that. They basically said, well, he gets one catch. Okay, well, I'll take the ceiling potential on Josh Palmer because I think Josh Palmer is a very good wide receiver. Arguably to me, I would say, honestly, I believe he's their best wide receiver. You can say what you want. You can say Keon Coleman. You can say Khalil Shakir. I really think Palmer is the best well-rounded wide receiver on the team. And at some point, I think it'll start showing itself. Obviously, he's still learning the offense and stuff. But even if he only gets 3 targets this game, guys, that should be enough. But I like his ceiling potential as well. I think he can get at least one big catch. Like I said, that's why sometimes you got to throw the positional data out the window with a line like this. He's over in 4 or 5 games this season with a 34.8 yards per game average. So like I said, even with the low targets he's got in the last 4 weeks, he's still cashing, which is what's important. We care about making the money. I don't really care if he gets 100 yards. If he gets 25 yards, that's good. That's all we need. And I think he'll be good for that here today. I really like his line today. And I think this is just simply too low. And this Falcons defense is good. Don't get me wrong. But Allen's going to put pressure on this Falcons defense like no other quarterback has all season. I mean, when the Falcons played the Commanders the last game, big win there, they played against Marcus Mariota. That wasn't Josh Allen. When they played against the Vikings, they played against J.J. McCarthy, basically a rookie. So they really haven't been tested like that, like Josh Allen's going to test them. This defense is going to be on their heels, and any defense would against Josh Allen, just the way it is. So, love it there, guys. For number 2 pick, we got Joshua Palmer, over 18.5 receiving yards here for the Buffalo Bills, minus 112 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and finally at number 3, we're going Bijan Robinson, under 75.5 rushing yards here for the Atlanta Falcons. Minus 114 odds on DraftKings, risking a unit here. Believe it or not, Bijan's a great running back, but he's actually under in 3 of his 4 games this season to this line. Now, I did hit the hook at 75 in one of those, so just keep that in mind. But like I mentioned with the Bills, I think this line is set high just because the books like that as Bills rush defense is bad, which to be fair, for the most part this season, it's been pretty bad. But you get Ed Oliver back here, which I think will help them out a lot, obviously. They're coming off their best game defending the run last week, actually, versus the Patriots. 22 carries, 71 yards for the Pats last week, and that was without Ed Oliver. You get a little bit more depth here, obviously, with him, and obviously he's a great player. But the Pats only averaged about 3 yards per carry versus the Bills last week. So I think there's a lot of scenarios that I could see this cashing. This is a pretty big line versus a Bills team that has the potential to blow the Falcons out. Not saying it turns into an absolute rout, but the Bills, as you guys know, could certainly do that. They're very capable with that. Anytime you got Josh Allen in the game, he's capable of putting up a big number on a team. And to keep up with him, you may have to abandon the run and start throwing the ball whether you want to or not. So there's a lot of different scenarios I could see him going under, just in terms of, how the Bills played the run last week, but also, and that was a close game. And if the Bills do happen to get out ahead here, that's obviously going to help them as well, hit his under here. So despite me not really loving fading Bijan Robinson, I don't love the idea of fading him. I think in this particular spot, I really do like it though, because like I said, this Bills team has the ability to pull away. They got a lot better on the defensive end this week without Ed Oliver coming back. They're also coming off a great game versus the Patriots defending the run, which I like that. And Bijan Robinson has been hitting the under. He has 3 or 4 to the under so far this season. Both home games he's gone under. Versus Tampa Bay in week number 1, he put up 24 yards. So it's definitely a lot of potential for him to go under as well here. So love it there, guys. For number 3 pick, we got Bijan Robinson under 75.5 rushing yards here for the Atlanta Falcons, minus 114 odds on DraftKings. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support as always. A lot of cool things coming here around the channel. We got the NBA starting next week, so that'll be big. NBA is really where we kind of made our name around here. So I'm looking forward, obviously, to that. That has been our bread and butter here at the channel. So hopefully that continues. And we're covering baseball right now. We're covering all the major sports right now. College football, we had a solid day there yesterday. So hopefully, obviously, we can keep winning money. Keep the units going up, guys, which is what we like to do. So appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.